So, you want to become a journalist? The good news is that the world really needs you. But the skill set you need in order to succeed in this business is evolving constantly, requiring a different set of skills than perhaps a decade or two ago. Let's talk about that. This is GMF Compact. Here are 4 tips to give you an idea what you need to expect if this truly is the career path you wish to embark on. Number 1, become a jack of all trades, but don't be a master of none. Gone are the days when you either were a print journalist or a broadcaster. You have to be able to competently navigate all forms of media. Make sure your training covers that. Plus, in an increasingly connected world, you also need to be able to react to trends and formats on social media. That being said, of course, it is still important to have a beat, a focus. Find your niche and identify what few things you may want to specialize in, and go for it. Number 2, the basics never change. You must have a creative mind and truly enjoy dealing with words and related concepts, whether you write a column or script a video, like this one. But there are certain principles you will always have to bear in mind. From the inverted pyramid to the nut graph, from identifying your protagonist to conducting a solid interview, from citing your sources to checking your facts, the foundations of good reporting hardly ever change. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. There have been scores of journalists before you who have established the groundwork of our trade. Make sure you learn from them. Find a mentor. You can still become a maverick later. Number 3, get a good grasp on media law. What's the difference between libel and defamation? And what does public interest mean? And how does it protect or fail to protect whistleblowers? Those are just some of the kinds of things you also need to know. If you're not careful, you could get yourself and your employer into big trouble. And in an evolving digital landscape, these issues that media law extends to multiply even more. For example, how do copyright laws work differently in a podcast than they do on live radio? And can you use paid streaming content to link to as freely as you can with broadcast clips? You have to know these things intuitively. Number 4, learn some computer programming skills. Now, you don't have to become a professional coder, but you do need to learn how to look at the world from a programmer's perspective. Newsrooms around the globe are entirely digital operations nowadays, and it really helps to be able to know the basics of coding to communicate your needs to the main developers, be that in HTML, JavaScript, or Python. This really will give you a major head start in this industry. Furthermore, coding gives reporters another research and sourcing skill set as you become enabled to seek new dimensions of a story or even find new stories in that data. Above all, you must always remember that journalism has to adapt to the needs of its audiences. Now, media executives know this very well as they invest funds into developing new formats and platforms. The more you're able to deliver solid journalistic products while also anticipating trends, the more you will be in demand. The bottom line of our job is that we seek and communicate the truth, and the truth is always out there.